So there are two types of specialists. One is natural specialist. The second one is a horizontal opportunity is what I described right now. So right now, there is maple syrup in Canada. Can I go take the maple syrup idea and go to another cold country that has a lot of innovators? There are two types of innovators: inspired innovators and innate innovators. So I'll start with the innate innovator. So innate innovator is somebody who comes up with a new idea. So hi, welcome back. Today I'm going to talk about the DNA of an entrepreneur. What is the DNA of an entrepreneur? What is an entrepreneur built of? And if you really understand this, then you will be able to navigate faster in your business because you are going to find out your specific genius. By end of this video, you will understand exactly where your strength is. And then using that strength, you could navigate and go forward in your business faster than your competition. Let's get started. Number one part in the DNA of an entrepreneur is builder. What is a builder? Builder is somebody who has so much energy from, let's say, 7 a.m. till 11 p.m. They are not getting tired. No matter what they do, they're excited, they're happy, they're thrilled to be working. Maybe they even like physical work, right? And they're okay. Imagine that you have a building that you're laying bricks in the building and you never get tired. You just keep on building and building and building and building. At 11 p.m., people ask you like, hey, what are you still doing? Hey, I'm laying bricks here. People love like those people, like that kind of commitment. And if you're a business owner who has consistent energy and you don't like taking breaks, you want to continue working, you are a builder. There are two types of builders. So builders, this what I described right now was a standard builder. So it's a standard builder. The second type of builders is express builder. Express builder is, imagine that you are laying bricks and you have so much energy, everything else is same. There's one difference. Every time you lay a brick, you feel like you could improve it. You could make it better. So you would try to improve it and improve it. This is natural for you. And you find an easier way, more efficient way, more effective way to do this bricklaying process. So whatever you're doing, you find out a way to improve it as you're doing it. The challenge with this kind of people is that they're improving as they do. So that because of that, because they are improving too fast, they might skip like steps. For example, you started a wall, you have to finish that wall with that fashion. Then in the next building or next wall, you could actually improve it. So if you're an express builder who innovate as you're building, then what you do is make sure that you innovate, on the next phase. Because if you innovate in the middle of the phase, then you have two products. One product from the old version and one product from the new version. You don't want that. So that is builder. The second type of entrepreneur DNA is specialist. So specialist is like when you are like really small, right? Maybe if you just open the radio, open the TV, or open an iPhone and then you put it back together. Probably not the iPhone. Maybe your dad or mom got mad at you for that. So if you did that, then you're naturally inclined to do this electronic stuff, right? So a different example would be like if you are a neurosurgeon, for example, you don't just like, every time it's like 2 years old, you like take the knife and you take the dad's head and you cut open the head and you're like, okay, there are some neurons here that needs readjustment. You don't do that, right? It's not natural. It's a skilled specialist. So there are two types of specialists. One is natural specialist. The second one is a skilled specialist. Natural specialist is somebody who's naturally inclined to doing something, something that is natural for them. They just do this. They are really good at screws. There are some people are really good at using iPhone or iPad at the age of 1 or 2. They do this thing, right? They are really good at it. So that is a natural specialist. So natural specialists will shine if they make that natural thing that they're really good at as part of their career, as part of their goal, as part of their business. Specialist is like a neurosurgeon or a cardiothoracic surgeon or a cardiologist or a specialized neurologist or something. It doesn't all have to be doctors. It could be an engineer or a software engineer. It's a specialized skill. It's a skilled specialist, right? So it's because of the skill. I mean, nobody wakes up and say programming could be natural too in some cases, but they learned it. They learned a skill, and because of that skill, they are a specialist. Skill specialists can do a consulting business. where they're providing consulting services for people. So that is another DNA of a business, right? So that is the second part. The third part of the DNA is an opportunist. Opportunist is somebody who looks around, look for opportunities, right? Look for opportunities. So something like, let's say I live in the US and I'm going to Canada, and all of a sudden I see this maple syrup or something interesting, and Canada has a lot of maple syrup, a lot of maple trees, and because of that there are a lot of maple syrup. So if I see that, oh my gosh, what if I could do that in Mexico? Or what if I could do that or another cold country in Europe or somewhere? I'm sure there would be maple syrup in Europe too. I don't know. But the point is that I'm traveling to Switzerland, and I'm like, okay, can I do this in Switzerland or Germany or Italy? Okay, so that is a type of opportunities. They're looking for opportunities. Opportunist doesn't have to be a bad word, right? You're looking for an opportunity and looking for opportunities all the time, right? Without taking advantage of people. Let's make sure that we don't take advantage of people. We're looking for opportunities. So there are two different types of opportunists: horizontal opportunists and vertical opportunists. Vertical meaning, like this is vertical. Horizontal is like this. What is a horizontal opportunity? A horizontal opportunity is what I described right now. So right now, there is maple syrup in Canada. Can I go take the maple syrup idea and go to another cold country that has a lot of winter? And if there is a factor of cold and maple trees can live only on cold countries or something like that, can I take you to another cold country, right? So can I take the Japanese car that they make in India, the Japanese cars that they make in India, can I make it in Mexico? Right? The Japanese cars, like, why are Japanese car made in India? I mean, Japanese cars, although you think that it's made in Japan, most of the parts, they send the parts and they are making it in certain countries, right? So for India, it might be made in India. For US, it might be made in Mexico, right? So they're bringing all the parts. They have to do a simple assembly at the end in the country that they are distributing the car. Then it's considered a Japanese car. It's a weird concept, but that's how it works in the world. So taking one idea from one place to another place is called a horizontal opportunity. And that could be from one industry to another industry too. What does that mean? It means that one industry, people sell on a certain way, and then you find out that you could use that selling strategy. Let's say trade show is how construction people sell their product, market and sell their product. So if you could bring in that trade show idea into another industry, that's a horizontal opportunist. Like somebody who's taking the same idea, moving in. Imagine somebody sees that, like, Sam Walton started Walmart long time ago, and somebody else is like Kmart, another company, started Kmart is also doing supermarket. So now somebody else is coming and saying that, okay, just like Kmart, just like Walmart, if I could start a store in Africa, do you see that? It's a horizontal opportunist. Can I start something like that in Asia, in Middle East, like in Dubai? That is a horizontal opportunity. So what is a vertical opportunist? Vertical opportunist is somebody who takes this same Walmart idea, and they are like, okay, I could create and do it even better. So they are not going to a different segment. They're taking the same idea, probably to a different context, but expanding bigger than Walmart. So they are not spreading the idea from one location to another location. In the same Walmart location, I could come up with a better idea. You'll be like, oh, how would you do that? Amazon is just that. So Amazon is like, Sam Walton was able to come up with this Walmart idea, and they had this network of people all over the world. But the disadvantage is Walmart has to own really expensive real estate. Because every city that they go to, they have to own the expensive real estate. It's really expensive real estate because it's like on the center, because people want to buy it from really nice locations. So it's really expensive to handle that real estate. If it's in San Francisco or New York, it's difficult. And if you go to like these major cities, like San Francisco, I haven't seen Walmarts that are like, they would try to put it slightly away from the main locations because it's going to cost them a lot of money, because they have to offer a similar price even in San Francisco. They cannot say that the real estate price is 10 times more and charge 10 times more. They have to similar price. I don't know where I went to. There was a city that I went to. The Walmart was like a 3-4 story building, and then People, there was not enough space for taking the cart outside. You have to take the cart, get on a lift. I don't even know where it was, but I think it was in Puerto Rico or some country, some place I went on, right? So you have to get on an elevator, and then with the cart, you go to a different floor, and there you have parking and indoor parking, and then go from there. So expense has been a big issue for these retailers. So Amazon said, you know what? I'm not a retailer. Nobody's coming by. I could put my warehouse anywhere I want. So if Walmart is paying X amount of money, I could, for 1/4 or 1/5 the money, I could put a warehouse all over US. Nobody's coming buying from my place. If I have a logistical system to deliver these things to different parts of US, different parts of the world, I have a business. So this is a vertical, it's a vertical opportunist. There's no major invention there. I'm sure all of these people are connected to all of others, but in this different DNAs. But in this DNA structure, what happens is he is an opportunist, and Jeff Bezos sees that, okay, I see an opportunity to vertically integrate this now in this industry. And then he built it into a company that is bigger than Walmart by coming up with similar idea and expanding it. And then he expanded it horizontally too. So Jeff Bezos, these kind of unicorns, are all of this. But I'm showing you, maybe you are inclined to one of this, right? So he vertically integrated, and then he horizontally expanded into everything under the wall, right? So vertically integrated, horizontally. Some people horizontally integrated, like they move to another segment, and then maybe they could integrate vertically as well. So that is a different topic altogether. Let me move on to the next one, innovators. Innovators are two types. In business, innovators are the people who come up with the ideas, right? They have the new idea. They have a new idea to do something. And a classic example for two different type of innovators: inspired innovators and innate innovators. There are two type of innovators: inspired innovators and innate innovators. So I'll start with the innate innovator. So innate innovator is somebody who comes up with a new idea. So I have an iPhone here. So Steve Jobs everybody was like, I think it was around 2000. Everybody was looking into the cool stuff I heard an interview from a person who actually went with Steve Jobs in an exhibition. And Steve Jobs was not a big deal at the time because he was fired from Apple. He didn't come back yet. Apple is still losing money. They're about to go bankrupt. They're not doing well. Steve Jobs was looking at screen technology, 2001. So he's going to exhibitions after exhibition, find out and buying the screen technology that can be used for iPhone. So he was able to innately see and innovate and understand that he's going to have these touchscreen things very soon. And then he needs to own the patents for that. And he need to own those technology so that he could use it for Apple when he goes back, or however way he planned it. So that's how Steve Jobs innovated in an innate way. It's natural. It's normal for him. But inspired is Samsung. So what did Samsung say? But before that, let me set the context for you. When Apple said that they are going to get rid of the keyboard, like the phone used to come with like A, B, C, D, things like that, right? If you remember, Nokia's and the Blackberries, they used to have like, you have to press these buttons. And when Apple said, we are not going to keep any more buttons, the Steve Ballmer, for the CEO at the time for Microsoft, he laughed. Just, you can Google in YouTube, go to YouTube and search Steve Ballmer laughing about iPhone's touch screen. He was like, that is the dumbest idea that I ever heard, something like that, right? And from there, Apple released this. It became a big hit. All of a sudden, Samsung pursued the same path. What did they do? They became an inspired innovator. So what was inspiration? Steve Jobs was the inspiration. Now everybody else is following. They are all inspired by Steve Jobs, and they are inspired by that, and they are innovating. Of course, Samsung has really good phones. They worked with Google, used the Android operating system, and they became inspired innovators. That's what happened, right? So these are the two different types. And finally, traders. Traders are people who are wholesale traders, retail traders, so others who are just trading. They're buying something from thing. This is the Alibaba, human version of Alibaba. Buying something from somewhere when you're selling there, right? And you're buying something from somewhere, or you would use Alibaba to buy too, right? So you're buying something and you're giving it for a profit. Government contractors do that, and then Contractors do that. Car dealership, they don't have any innovation. It's a business. They do a business. What's their business? They are trading. They are getting the car, putting a margin. They know how to sell. They are selling the idea. So same way, software trading, hardware trading, product trading, services trading. Like this is what people are doing. So these are the different DNAs of business. So if you really pay close attention, there are different types of builders. So we have builders. We have standard builders and we have express builders. We have specialists. We have natural specialists and skilled specialists. If you really pay attention to this, you understand that you will be one of them. And whenever you understand which path your DNA is aligned to, then move deep into that direction. We have opportunists. We have horizontal opportunists and we have vertical opportunists. And then we have innovators, we have inspired innovators, and we have innate innovators, people who are naturally innovating, people are modeling other people and innovating from that. And finally, we have traders. So if you really know this, understand that, and understand who you are, and put that in the chat, who you are in your business, what's your DNA in your business, and learn that and use that as a tool to scale your business, double your cash flow, and maximize your profit starting today.